Folks, in the 10 months since we started this YouTube channel, I've been to 16 different Lego stores around Europe. We're about to make it number 17. We're in Southampton. The West Quay shopping centre is just in front of me, and within there is a Lego store. I'm starting my video out here, and it's all the fault of Ian's Bricks. If you don't follow Ian's Bricks on YouTube, you should. He did his most recent Lego store vlog from this place, and he started it here next to Paddington, and I love Paddington, so I was 100% going to start my video next to Paddington. I made a point of finding him as soon as I arrived in Southampton, so he's enjoying a lovely marmalade sandwich. I'm now going to head into the shopping centre, find the Lego store. There's also a John Lewis in there, so we're going to see what we can find there as well, and basically hunting for any kind of South Coast Lego that we might find. I am told this is quite a good Lego store. Not by this guy, but he looks like he'd know as well. So fingers crossed, there'll be some cool stuff in there. And then in just a couple of days, we'll make it number 18 because we're in Southampton, so we're about to get on a cruise ship and head over to Amsterdam. And there's a Lego store there too. So lots of exciting stuff coming over the next couple of days, but I need to get in there and find this Lego store before it closes. It is getting dark. I don't actually know what time it closes. And we found it, and as with a lot of stores at the moment, they are very much pushing the botanicals in the window because obviously we've got Valentine's Day on the horizon. We just had some new botanicals out as well for Christmas, for 1st of January. And of course, we've got the Valentine's sets, the big love set, the bouquet of roses. We actually went to Costco this afternoon and saw both of those sets on a big end cap in the doorway of Costco here in Southampton. So if you are after those two sets in particular, they are available for less than you can get them from the Lego store. You can also get just a couple of roses as well for $12.99 rather than getting the big bouquet of them. And I've just noticed the banana guy for Fortnite is in here for a selfie opportunity, so we're going to have to go and see him. So straight away we have some more of the pretty sets on this Blooms for All promotion, all three of which I've seen in our living room, so I know Anna's already got those. Also looks like they're doing a build a vase event coming up very soon, which are always quite cool. The older botanicals in particular obviously didn't come with vases, so being able to build them always quite handy. And they've got some of the adult sets on display in here as well, the Notre Dame, and a really cool way of displaying Tudor Corner. I've seen Tudor Corner in a few different Lego stores at this point, but I've not seen any other store display it like this with the spacers in so that you can see what's going on each level, which is a really cool way to display the set. And more stores should do this. I think that's great. You can see all the detail on the outside, plus what's going on every floor inside. I really like that way of displaying it. We've also got the Twilight House on display here as well, which is my first opportunity to see this from all angles. I saw it in the Milton Keynes store in one of the wall cabinets, but I've not seen the back of it before. To be honest, I'm not giddy about it from the back. I'm still pretty comfortable with my decision not to pick that one up, I think. So much of this store is display stuff. I mean, you can see we've got an entire row that goes up the full length with built sets on display on the wall, but then we've also got these massive displays in the middle of the store as well. So we've got this little Lord of the Rings section here where you've got Rivendell and Barad-dûr both assembled and not with a top on them either, so you can get properly up close and personal to the sets, see them from all angles, get properly close up to them, which is really, really cool. I mean, I've never seen Rivendell built before, and being able to see it from all angles, I mean, I'm not a Lord of the Rings guy, but seeing it like this could make me a Lord of the Rings Lego guy. That roof is something else. That is pretty special. And then we've got all of this Star Wars stuff on display on the walls as well. I've never seen quite so much built Lego in any store other than like the Leicester Square store before. This is really cool. We've got some nice big builds in here as well. Got to get my selfies in. So we've got this guy here. Is he the one with the moving eyes that they have in some stores? I don't think he is, but we've also got this really cool pirate over here, which I like a lot, with his big parrot on him as well. And then at the front of the store, we have this guy as well, who is also great. We've got a few more of the Valentine's bits on display here as well. I picked that one up on the 1st of February to get me to the gift of purchase. So looking forward to building that probably on our Valentine's Day stream. That is going to be the next time we're streaming, on Valentine's Day, when I have a Lego themed Valentine's present for Anna And I think she was threatening to have something ready for me as well. But they've got some of the brickheads on display, including the 3 new ones that came out on the 1st of February. And more of my, I mean, the Kevin one is obviously great, not just because he's called Kevin, but because he's great. But I actually think the Eeyore and the Dumbo ones are amongst my favourite brickheads they've ever done. I love the way they have their legs set up on those. I had a lot of fun building them on stream. This huge wall of built sets isn't just on one side of the shop either, it's down the other side too. So we've got the Harry Potter stuff in here. And I noticed just up here we have a very cool create a 3-in-1 section, including the modern house, which if you like the look of the Twilight house but don't want to take the plunge for 190 quid, I mean the modern house, yeah, it's a little bit smaller and it's open backed, but I've done a rebrickable with 2 of those and it looks great. But it is a very similar style set to the Twilight house. Plenty of the Series 27 CMFs in here as well. So if you're looking for them, they're here. And then the Star Wars displays continue. Got another different way of displaying the Diagon Alley micro build in a little square with Gringotts in the middle. I know this is one that Anna is very keen on. We've got double points coming up this weekend, so I suggest that might be the time she finally takes the plunge on that one, because she loves the micro builds. She's got all of the houses of the world, shops of the world, the little Ninjago ones. I think that would go nicely on her micro build shelf. We've also got a botanical garden just knocking about in there, minding its own business as well. And then we've got some really cool builds from local builders. There you go, that's who's built these for the sort of Valentine's display. Any set, any build that involves a Muppet, it's a good build as far as I'm concerned, but some of these are really, really nice. Again, you don't get this in every Lego store, but I like it when I see it. And there are some really cool bits in there. We've even got a little Leonardo da Vinci section. And the Ayrton Senna car in there as well. I mean, I don't know what's more exciting for me as someone who's got a Lego City, seeing the Mills plates or masonry bricks knocking around in here as well. This is one of the best stocked pab walls I've ever seen. Hey, look at that, they're just right there. I never walk into a Lego store and see the 4x4 plate anywhere. I like the way the displays are themed as well. So over there we had the Da Vinci stuff together. Over here we've got the X-Men stuff together. So the X-Mansion and the X-Jet, both part of the same display. I mean, that's the advantage of having all of this display space. They can obviously fit more of it in and be a bit more creative about how it's all displayed. All stores should have this just never-ending wall of built sets. It's great, especially when you're visiting a store you've not been to before and you've just been to your local store at the weekend. There's obviously no new sets in here. I'm not really looking for new sets. I'm just looking for cool ways they're displaying the sets I already know about. For example, this soapbox racing pack is definitely something that's going to be part of my future, with the little booster packs to go with it as well. I think it's one of the best Lego City sets they brought out on the 1st of January, and we'll be picking that up at some point. And also they've got one of the best Create a 3-in-1 sets that's released this year, the Medieval Dragon, which is also a great set. I really wasn't planning on buying anything here, but it's such a great store. I feel like I have to. I just don't know what to pick up. They've even got Monkey Kid in, which again, you don't see Monkey Kid in every Lego store. I'm not going to buy any Monkey Kid, but it's cool that it's here. And as I always like to remind people, they have the Fortnite stuff in stock in store as well. Although no Battle Bus here, incidentally. But the Battle Bus is in stock in Costco around the corner. So no excuses for paying double price for Fortnite stuff at Lego conventions. I thought Bowser had retired. Has Bowser retired? Another build in that modern house style, if you like the Twilight one but don't like Twilight. I mean, this one's nearly as much as the Twilight one. And again, it's open back and very kiddified with the mini dolls, but it's a little bit bigger and it's quite cool. There's lots of modern house options for you if you're after a modern house. And I still really like that. I'm a sucker for a camper van, and I think that is a great one. I'm looking at this, wondering why we still haven't picked that up. I would expect that to be part of the collection. I can only assume Anna's waiting until we go back to Disneyland Paris to pick that set up, because there's no other reason why we don't already have that in our house. They've even got one of my white whales in, the big crane. Can't justify $579.99 on it. But goodness me, if there was ever a time with double points approaching this weekend, and talking of things I might be picking up this weekend, Oh, that's going to be tempting. Might buy it in Amsterdam. Get myself a European version of it. Will I get double points in Amsterdam? I'm not actually sure. There we go, got a couple of bits in there. I'll show you what I got when I get back to my hotel, but I am just heading down here to check out John Lewis. John Lewis can be a bit hit and miss, but it's right here. I may as well go and have a little look. I also did just have a brainwave that it will still be double points in the Lego store when we return to Southampton on Tuesday. So if I can't do it in Amsterdam, I could go and get my Lion Knights castle in that great Lego store on Tuesday, which I'm quite tempted to do. And here we have the Lego assortment in John Lewis. Like I say, it can sometimes be a little bit hit and miss. You come in some John Lewis stores and these sections are enormous with like massive displays and big builds and things. I suspect the really cool John Lewis Lego departments are probably in towns that don't also have a Lego store within the same shopping centre. So not a huge section, although for £100, that was more than £100 when it came out, I think. And I'm pretty sure he's now retired. It was sold off for cheaper than that on the Lego store towards the end of last year, so you could have got it for less than that. I'm certain that was more than £100 when it came out, though, and he's a great set for rebrickables. It's a shame John Lewis do this thing where they basically destroy the boxes. As you can see, basically a destroyed box. But yeah, it's quite nice to see a little gem in here. Right, I've just double checked. This set was £124.99 when it came out. Yes, it was sold a little bit less than that at the end of last year, but it was out of stock on the Lego website forever because of how deep it was discounted. It is now retired. I think we're grabbing it because I want it for rebrickables. They have got some of the newer stuff in here as well. I'm not seeing any other retired sets though, which, I mean, we've found retired sets in John Lewis before. I find them from time to time. It's usually a case of they just don't take them off the shelves when they retire. And if you get in and grab them, you can get in and grab them, especially if you don't mind the boxes being a little bit battered, which I don't mind. Are these prices good? I'm not even sure if the prices are good. Got some Star Wars bits there as well. So this is where you all tell me in the comments that I missed a retired Star Wars gem that I just wouldn't recognise because I don't do Star Wars. If you spot one, Southampton John Lewis is what you're looking for. Well, I got it, and possibly just did the bravest thing I've ever done in my entire life because I asked for a discount because of the box damage, and they gave me one. Full details when I'm back in the hotel. Okay, I am back in the hotel room, so let's take you through my purchases. First of all, before I even got to the Lego store, I went into Mankind, and having just met Paddington Bear, I haven't bought a Funko Pop for so long, but I had to get a Paddington Funko Pop minutes after I met my hero. So we picked that up. There was a sign outside Mankind saying they now stock Lego. I couldn't find any in there, so I didn't bother filming while I was in there. But then the Lego store itself, like I say, I wasn't really planning on buying anything in there, but figured it was such a good store and they didn't have a problem with me filming in there, so I figured I had to spend something. So I got myself a little Eeyore minifig keyring plus the two little booster packs for the soapbox racer. I didn't get the big thing because it's 45 quid. It's double points this weekend. These are £9 each. So I don't mind doing a little bit of a spend without double points, but when double points is on the horizon, spending any kind of significant money would be bonkers. But then the bargain of the trip, the thing that makes everything worthwhile, was this, the Creator 3-in-1. What was this set called? Main Street, I think it's called. This one, the Retired Creative 3-in-1 set, which was £124.99 when it was originally on the Lego store. Yes, I know they had it discounted at the end of last year, but it was never in stock. It was listed in John Lewis for £100, which is already a discount. The box isn't even that bad. You can see it's a little bit scuffed where the security tag was, but following the instructions of what people have told me in the comments to these videos, I asked the question. I literally just said to the guy, do you offer any kind of discount for the box being damaged? He said, what, is it for a gift? Yeah, it's for a gift. Let me just check, see if we've got another one out the back. So I guess if there'd have been another one out the back, they'd have just given me a non-damaged one. But obviously with it being a retired set, it's the only one they had. They said, if it's a gift, do you want to just buy it online instead? We've still got them in stock online, They sometimes come a bit damaged online as well. I'd rather just get it while I'm here. He brought his supervisor over, and after a little bit of umming and ahhing, they gave me 10% off. So just making sure I'm not giving you any of my personal details on here. There you go. There's your verification. We got 10% off. We got it for £90 when it was originally £124.99. So I think that's a bargain. Obviously, I'm not going to take this on the cruise with me. I'll go and pop that in the car tonight. But really, really happy with that. Expect to see a rebrickable on that in the very near future. And that was my trip. I think that was pretty good. I tell you what, good Lego shopping in Southampton. If you're a Southampton local, that is one of the best Lego stores I've been in. So much stuff built, really cool store, really friendly staff. Can't recommend it highly enough. And like I say, in just a couple of days, we're going to add the next one to our collection of Lego stores, another stamp in the passport. In fact, do you want to see the passport? Because the passport's looking pretty cool now. This one's nearly full. So we've got, obviously, the 2024 ones. We've got Edinburgh and Rome in there, Manchester, Battersea Power Station, all the various London ones, Legoland Windsor, Disneyland Paris is in there, and now we have Southampton in there as well. Amsterdam will be added in the very near future. But for now, if you've enjoyed that video, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for us, subscribe to the channel for loads more Lego content, and thank you very much for watching.